Everybody says that you need to share your closet a million times a day. You need to send out offers nonstop. You need to run all the sales. You need to do all of the things. And I'm one of those people. I always am here telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that, follow the waterfall method, all of the things on Poshmark. And that is true to a degree. But I can honestly tell you that I recently did an experiment where I figured out that sometimes none of that actually matters, because if you have the right item, it will trump all of that. And so today's video is really going to be sharing with you, how can we find those right items? What are those right items? And how does that trump all of the other good behaviors that we're doing on Poshmark to generate more sales? Download your free reseller resource guide today. I constantly update and share with you discounts, favorites, tools, and resources to help you with your reselling business. After the video, click the link in the description and get your totally free guide today. So the bottom line is that if you don't have the right item on Poshmark at the right price, those sales generating activities that I talk about all the time, like sharing, keywords, sending offers, using the waterfall method, my shoppers, all of those things that I very much believe in, those things don't matter as much if you have the right item at the right price. That will trump everything. So I did an experiment where I opened a new closet just to test some things, and I only had maybe 10 items in there that were listed. So it was a brand new closet with only 10 items listed. And two of the items that I listed were brand new with tags, tops that I had purchased from a company called Pact. Pact is an all organic clothing line that, I don't know, seems to be popular. I just kind of found it because I was looking for all organic, kind of things to lounge around the house in instead of always being in, leggings and stuff like that. I was trying to get some more natural fibers into my personal wardrobe. Not today, obviously, but the point is that apparently it's a popular brand. Lots of people seek it out. And so I had purchased some things on the website on clearance, so I could not return them. And when I got them, they really kind of didn't fit my body type. I don't like shirts that are very short, and they were kind of short. They weren't like a longer length. And so it didn't quite look right on me and my like little mom pooch. So I said, okay, I'll just sell them on Poshmark because I can't return them. And so they were from my own, personal wardrobe, and so there wasn't really cogs, even though it was either, I sell them for whatever I can get them, or I donate them or whatever. So I put them up in this brand new experiment closet, and within, I think, 2 days they sold. Okay, so that tells me that that was the right item. Somebody wanted those items. It was brand new with tags. It was all organic cotton, and from a company that's like semi-trendy for people that are interested in that kind of thing. So it was the right item. But at the same time, I didn't have it up for, $50. I had it up on a 2 for $30 sale, which you guys have heard me talk about in the past, that this is my new favorite thing. I kind of condensed all of my everyday promotions down into this one 2 for $30 sale. And if you are not sure about that, check out those videos on my channel. But because I had it on the 2 for $30 sale, so I think I had it listed at $35 full price, and then I had it on the 2 for $30 sale. Somebody could bundle both of them and get them for $30. And that was exactly what happened. Someone made the bundle, they followed my sign, they followed my everyday promotion, and they bundled them and sent the offer for $30, or they told me ready and I sent the offer for $30. And so the point is, not only was it the right item, because it was an item of value, organic cotton, it was brand new with tags, and it was a right kind of brand that somebody is searching for. So right item, but it was also at the right price. I think if I just had them up for $35, I probably would have gotten some offers on them, but I don't know that I would have made a sale so quickly. So it was because I had the combination of the right item as well as the right price. And so I ended up making, I think the earnings on a $30 bundle for 2 items is $21.68. So I made like $11, $10, $11 per shirt. And probably I spent $14 per shirt because again, they were my personal items. And so it is what it is. But let's say I had purchased those items for $5, then, at a thrift store, I'd be making $6 or $7 profit on each one. So again, you have to decide what is the right thing for you, what business model works for you, what your prices can be, what your COGS have to be. But this proves that I didn't have to do all the bells and whistles of the sales generating activities, because I will tell you, it was a brand new closet. I didn't have it hooked up to Posher VA, so it was not being shared automatically. I would kind of manually share it through the Poshmark, share all button, like twice per day if I was lucky. I wasn't sending out active offers. I just wasn't doing my normal sales generating activities that I do in my other closets that are fully operational with all the processes dialed in. And this really just shows that on a brand new closet with only 10 items listed, if you have the right item at the right price, even if you don't share, even if you don't do offers, you can still make a sale. So that's great. You're not new. I'm not new. So what can we take away from this? Well, it tells me that if I have good items at a good price and I do all of my sales generating activities, then I should be making lots of sales. And that's what happens on my regular closet, my On My Rack 2 closet. I run 2 for $30 sale, and I have lots of great items at a great price. And I have all of my sales generating activities locked in, dialed in, offers are going, sharing's going, keywords are going, all of the things, my shoppers, all of it. And I'm making great sales on that closet, several $1,000s a month. And it has about 1,000 items in it. So when you have then the closet full capacity, 1,000 items I consider to be full capacity, because if you go over 1,000, then you can only share less than 9 times a day. So I like 1,000 in a closet. That's why I have 2, because you're able to kind of separate it out, run 2 different business models, and get the maximum sharing going. But so in that 1,000 item closet, I'm making several $1,000s a month, because I have everything dialed in. I have right items, right price, and all the sales generating activities, and I have 1,000 items in there, so it's at full capacity. I want to make you aware of the hottest, the best deal I have ever offered in my Rebecca the Reseller Academy. To find it, all you have to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will find this right here. Hot deal, best value, all courses and digital downloads for life. This is it, friends. This is as good as it's going to get. I'm giving you everything I have in my academy, all the digital downloads, all the courses for just $20. The best part is if I create a new digital download going forward, you will get it absolutely free. This is the time to lock in the best deal I have ever offered. All you have to do is go to Rebecca the Reseller Academy, scroll down to Hot Deal, and purchase it for $20. If you're wondering what comes in this, it's everything. So you're going to get all of my courses, and you're also going to get all of the digital downloads that I've created, including my keywords list, my listing forms, my Poshmark closet signs. Everything that I have created and everything that I ever will create will be yours for literally $20. So the other thing I can tell you is that on this same closet, once I had it at about 30 listings, then I got an offer for a White House Black Market top for $20. Now again, I have these items listed for $35. I have them on my 2 for $30 sale, and then somebody offered me $20 on an item, which again, because I have it up for $35 and then they see that it's 2 for $30, they know that if they get 2 items, I'm going to get $15 for it. So psychology kinds of tells them that like you need to buy 2 items in order to get it for $15 each. So I have to offer more than that if I only want 1 item. And that's what she did. She offered me $20 for 1 White House Black Market top. That's amazing. I love that. I will take a $20 on that all day long because my COGS on that are so low. On that closet, I wasn't doing measurements. I'm just putting up regular brands that people know and love. They should know what their size is. It's nothing crazy and new. And I'm doing quick and dirty, right? That's that business model is I'm taking minimal amounts of pictures, no measurements, putting it up, minimal keywords. I have my VA listing it. So for me, I'm barely putting in any work other than sorting my White House Black Market boxes that I get from, was Helpsy Source, now it's New Source. Other than sorting and taking the photos, which sometimes I have a photographer, I'm really not doing anything. So when I pay $2 or $3 for a White House Black Market top and I make 20, I end up with 16, like that's a great profit margin for me. I'm happy with that sale all day long. So I think that sometimes we get really caught up in the weeds of all of the sales generating activities, and they are important, then I'll tell you why. But in this case, the right item at the right price, regardless of closet size, regardless of sales generating activities, regardless of sharing or any of that, you can still make sales on Poshmark. That was just in the first couple of days that I made those 2 sales of a brand new system. Like that proves right item, right price trumps everything. Now, what's the other thing that you can take away from this for your closet? So you're not a new closet, you're doing all the things, right? So it could be the right item, but not at the right price. So let's say you're like, listen, I pay up for my items. I cannot be doing a 2 for $30 sale, Rebecca. Like, that's just not for me. So I'm going to take the White House Black Market dress, but I can't put it on a 2 for $30. I have to have it up for $50. So let's say you do that. Then you have to have all of those sales generating activities locked in and dialed in, because you might have the right item, but you don't have the right price. So now you need all the sales generating activities to help sell it for you. Another situation would be you don't have the right item. So let's say you have something from Target, which I don't love, but let's say you have Target items, a New Day or whatever, and you have it up for the right price and you do the sales generating activities. You probably will also have some success, but not as much as if you had the right price at the right item and the sales generating activities. So I think it's kind of like there's 3 things that we can look at. Do you have the right item? Do you have the right price? And do you have the sales generating activities locked in? And when I say locked in, I don't mean I send offers once a month, or I send offers once a week, or I send offers once a day. That's not locked in. Locked in is doing all of the things that I recommend consistently all of the time. And if you don't know what those are, I have 1,000,001 videos on my channel to share all of that with you. I'm not shy. I tell you exactly everything I do to make sales. And it's a lot of things. Poshmark is competitive. There's lots of White House Black Market tops out there. There's lots of Zara tops out there. There's lots of all of it out there. So you have to dial in everything in order to fight for those sales, because there's somebody else out there who's doing it like me. So right item, right price can trump all of those sales generating activities. But if you're someone like me that has run-of-the-mill stuff, you may not have that right item. So then you definitely need the right price and the sales generating activities. Or maybe you have the right item, but you don't have the good price. You still need the sales generating activity. So I think of those 3 things, you probably need 2 of the 3 in lockstep to make the sales happen. But I just love kind of doing these experiments and sharing them with you and kind of unlocking truths that I never really thought of before and scenarios that I never really thought of before, because I was so caught up in like generating all of the sales generating activities that I do, the sending offers, sharing, keywords, all of the things that I do. It's kind of like a list in my mind. And if you hit all of those things every single day, you will have success. That's how I've been successful, consistently doing all of those things. But this new closet experiment really showed me that you could do less of those things if you had the right item at the right price. Or, even more important, get the right item at the right price and do the sales generating activities, and then you just kill it. So that's what I'd like to do, and that's what I'm working on. So if you want to know more about all of this, continue to follow along here at the channel, subscribe, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this? Are you someone that has the right item at the right price and you just need help with those sales generating activities? or which two of the three are you working on? Let me know what your situation is so I can continue to make content that will be helpful for you. I wish you all the best, and I will see you next time. Bye. Posher VA is a tax-deductible business investment that pays for itself many times over each month. It increases Poshmark sales because it shares and sends offers more than I ever could manually. It handles all my shares, automatic offer to likers, bulk offers, and it can do price drops and relists. When my coaching clients add Posher VA, it makes more sales basically immediately. The best part is that you get your time back. More time with family, thrifting, whatever. Get 20% off with code Rebecca the Reseller and the link below.